Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey from Ripe Color, and
This is Nancy Jean and Nancy Jean's Garden.
this is the Daily Duo reading for December 7th. So I throw 5 cards, and Nancy throws 5 stones in the garden, and we have a little message for you.
Yes.
Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. We both offer private readings. We both have physical goods for sale. I'm a textile artist. Nancy has the garden, the grids, the eggs. I have scarves and bags and t-shirts and astrology t-shirts, readings. And I also offer IET, which I neglect to mention all the time, which is a healing modality which can help you to transform energy. All the information for all those things is below. Nancy?
When the reason we read the way we do, doing the Daily Duo, is the garden is not geared to do yes, no's or it can follow a specific contemporary topic, but what it's mostly useful for is setting up the vibrations that are going around people. And so we ask every day for the collective, what is the vibration of that day and what energy might we be working with? So take it in that, and if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it and come back another day and get a dose of something that works. Anyway.
Okay, I'm coming.
I get you there. I know it's easier for me to toss 5 stones than him to shuffle and deal and do all that stuff.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Body. Oh, well, the truth is going to come through. That's for sure. The truth is going to come through. I think the truth is going to come through in your body. So that could mean something like, it's not time to leave the house. That could mean something like, I have a pain in my shoulder and maybe I am limiting myself in terms of my freedom, but the truth is going to come through. And it's going to be very clear. In terms of mind, this is the one, the observer. This is the observer above and beyond anything else. So to me, this is sometimes, I know it doesn't look like he's the miser, but it's also, he's really looking with like a fine-tooth comb at things. And he's being frugal and he's being clever about what he's looking at, and looking at it. It's like, well, can we afford to do that? What's the next move? What makes sense? What's most stable, right?
Right.
And then in terms of spirit, I love this card. This is like, it's almost like God working through you. It's like almost God working through you. Then in terms of grounding, take your stuff, but don't take anyone else's. So take on your responsibility, but don't take on anyone else's responsibility or anyone else's thoughts. None of your business. Your thoughts are your business. Their thoughts are their business, right? Mind your side of the street. And then in terms of clarity, you're going to get a complete picture. You're going to get a really complete picture. Okay.
Okay. What I have is, it's up here and it's restate and solar plexus. And restate is, it doesn't, when I first designed the board, I thought that was going to turn out to be pick all the stones up and do it again, but that's not what it means. It means look at all the avenues and all the issues that you have around it and get rid of the ones you don't need. Like if in a garden, you can weed it and then eventually you get a path that leads to the place you need to go. And when our mind is in the solar plexus, we have power. We're in a position where we have the power to connect the right mental forces. So this is a real clear clarification of our mind, in part because we've been being led down the false track by our own spirit. Spirit is not aligned with the situation we're in, so we're trying to find a way out of it. And it's kind of, it's that sort of thing that you need to work with. Understand, our intuition is not always right. Now, if your gut says go for it, that's really, really go. But if we're dealing with intuition out of our mind, in other words, we can delude ourselves. That's what that one's about. And then our power, our grounding, what pulls us into the earth, we have more things are going to be brought forward for us. And part of our problem is that we're kind of dealing with things from our past, and we need to get clear on what's here and what's here, what's real and what's memories. And then our clarity is also split between the elements. It's split between the fire, which is to use the ideas we carry from our past that can help us come up with solutions, into the water. And clarity at that point says things are going to flow forward. If you just relax and let them flow, go with the flow, don't fight it anymore. And our body is, poor little body sitting here, mostly in air, where it says, I need to ground my thoughts. I need to know what I'm doing. But it also means that it wants to help the clarity move ourselves forward. So what you're going to be dealing with this week, or this particular day, is some false illusions, some false intuitions that we have coming towards us. If we can let those go and weed them out, then all the rest of this action can flow forward.
Yeah, I think it's also about, because that kind of relates to this card.
Right.
So it's kind of like, this might be other people's thoughts
Mm-hmm.
that are influencing you. And it's like, no, don't take on other people's thoughts and ideas. Use your own.
And try to think they're mine. Realize, is this
right. And
really
look at
me?
it really carefully, right?
Right.
And then discern and know the
Right.
truth. Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of a boundary day.
Mm-hmm. I make a grid called discernment, and it depends if you pull that card, but in it, there are 4 clusters of stones, and there's usually aquamarine, apatite, blue lace agate, and I forget what the 4th one is, but what basically each of those stones is a different thought modality.
Mm-hmm.
and a way for you to run a thought through to figure out if it's real or not.
Right.
Because not all thoughts are real, but if you let one thought, even a false one that's out long enough, it can become a real thing.
Yeah. So I think it's really important because this is the card of the thief.
Right. And that's one way people can steal your energy. I mean, just if you've ever been around anyone who is ever part of a cult or is part of a cult, unfortunately, many of us are around people part of a cult. It's very hard because they think those are their own thoughts. Though they think that's their own spirit speaking to them, but it's not.
Right. Okay, so mind your thoughts and mind your body, and
Yeah, because we're going into that season where we start to look backwards, a lot of people.
Right.
And if they don't, some people need to go backwards and look at it and get rid of what needs to be get rid of and keep what needs to be kept.
Yeah.
But don't let it overwhelm you from enjoying right now, present.
Exactly. All right. Blessings.
Blessings, and y'all have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.